Welcome back to the shop. We're gonna get some work done on the car. Got a new relay for the air compressor, considering we burnt the other one out. And we got some bigger tires, and they don't fit. What a drag. We're gonna have to downsize. So stay tuned. Let's get to it. So we got 45 series on 20s. What are, I think, 255. So the width is good, but the height is too tall. So I don't have clearance for the steering back and forth in the front of the fender and the back of the fender when the car is ride height. So even if I move the fenders out, I still don't have enough room. So I'm going to have to go with a smaller profile tire. But isn't a big deal. I set the car up for 35 series on the 20s, but I just really want to run a little bit bigger tire for the aluminum rims than the steels, because these I can bend back no problem. If because New York is pothole fucking city, these rims aren't that bad, but the aluminum ones, what I have sitting back here, those get dinged or broke. Like, they're more expensive for me to have fixed than the steel ones. At least the steel ones I can fix. So we'll probably run a smaller profile tire on them and then run a little bit bigger ones on those just to save them on the roads. So here's a new relay. We burnt the other one out completely. So she's a little burnt out. She wouldn't turn off. She wouldn't turn on. She just stayed running the whole time. So it burnt that wire right out of it. And this one's fried out as well. So I've got to cut it here and splice in the new wires. And get it reconnected to this wire. Because these two freaking melted apart. Melted the lead right out of them. So hopefully the new one won't have a problem. We can air the car back up and go from there. Right, so we got it wired in. Ran out of connectors, so I just got it twisted for right now for yellow line. So now we can hook it up to the battery and see if this new relay is going to work. Alright, so we got the battery hooked up and the compressor didn't turn on, so far so good. And we might get the taillights wired in tonight too. We'll do maybe a little bit of fiberglass on that side of the car. Let's turn the switch on. See if she'll come on. She came on. So now we wait until we get to 200 psi and we can air the car up. So the relay is working. That is good. So we have the back of the car at right height. Wait for the rest of the system to air all the way up to look at the front of the car, because I need way more PSI than 50. She's a little heavy up front. So where are we at? About 140 over. Oh, we're halfway there. Yeah. Gotta wait until we get to 200 there. Then we can air the front all the way up. We're even getting there in the interior. We got pretty much everything in the center console pretty much wired up. They're about ready to put that together. That cluster is about ready to be put all the way together. Switch has its whole new home. And then we just have a couple more switches to put in the bottom panel before we screw it into the bottom of the plate for the dash. A couple more minutes. This thing should be full of air. See if it will turn off with the new relay. Alright, so it looks like the relay worked. Air compressor shut off. See what we're at on pressure. Right about 200. Front should be up. And the compressor kicks back on. Perfect. Okay, front is up. Back is up a little bit more. We'll do some trimming. But first, we got our plug box. So we got male and female plugs for taillights. So we can wire them up and get them working. So that'll be one last thing we'll have to do when we start doing body work. So let's see if we can get these wired back in, and then we'll run the line for the license plate lights too at the same time. And the tail light in the air compressor turns off. Now I got it on film. Haha. Tail light out. So now we gotta figure out how to run the wire harness into here. Do we run it up and over? I don't think I can run it down the side of the panel. Oh, wait. Oh, alright. I know where I'm running it. Okay, so I gotta feed the wire up underneath and out through the hole on the side. So, let's see if I can get the wire out. I don't make this hole bigger. It's not big enough. That's big enough. Now we get low. Problem is Greenland. Up here. I'm gonna make that bigger up top. These up. So now we match these three wires up to these three wires so we can have brake light, running light, and blinker. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Okay, so we got the blinker working. Not running like that. Brake light is working. Blinker works, so it's the running light. So we're gonna have to do wire on the other side and go from there. All right, so we got the other wires run up through. And get ready to wire these in, and then hopefully everything should work. Then we can go from there. Brake light. Not ready to get this brake light in. Grab one of these tiny little fucking connectors. These things are definitely a pain. Definitely not easy. Glue. They're bad. One more. That should give us our run lights. That should be a lot bigger. This one should be. Yeah, good do it. Do it again. Did we put the wrong one on? Not gonna work. Either way. Okay. Take it there. See if this one works. Leave. Huh. That one's there. Oh, this is a brake light. Okay, there we go. Run lights. See brake light now? Alright, running lights are on. They're working. Both sides. We'll do the blinkers. Oh, we'll do the 4-ways. Oh, at least they work. Oh, we are one step closer. Brake lights. The third. We are getting there. Okay, so we're pretty much done with the whole tailgate being down for tonight. Taillight's working. All that is good. Definitely look pretty good on. So we are having trouble with this front blinker up here. It likes to do the I want to work and I don't want to work. But ends up being this switch. So see, there it is. I'm like halfway, and then when I fully click it, it stops. So it's like finagling it. So obviously I gotta replace this piece for that, but everything else is working. The sides, we ended up blowing the dump valve O-ring out on this side, so now it just keeps constantly filling the bag. So I think I'm gonna replace this 4-way valve switch and get some different switches, because that's like third time that it's blowing a fucking O-ring off on me for the seals. So I'm gonna get something that can hold up a little bit more pressure than what that control lever can hold up for the PSI I'm running. So that'll be one more thing I'll have to fix inside the cab. But so far, Our lighting is working for our taillights. We still have to plug in our reverse lights, but I'm not really concerned about that because we're going to add different ones in the back of the car besides the ones we have up there, what we'll replace later. So it's definitely nice to have these taillights working. I mean, having them on run, they look pretty cool. Like I can finally actually just turn the switch and they are on. Yep. From the side. Like, that looks pretty cool. Oh yeah. So that's a start. Till next time. Later.